Hello, hello. What's up, my fine foxy friends? Patient957 here. I'm going to try this first time doing a YouTube thing. We're going to play some Stranded Alien Dawn. And this is actually a pretty fun game I came across on Steam. And it's really fun. If you like kind of like the survival adventure stuff, it's really fun. There's a lot to do. They just came up with some new a new map, desert map area. But enough talk. Let's get into a new game here. They've got some other options on here now that they've got that you can start. The scenarios are going to be crash landing. Nothing's changed on that. The region now, however, you can either do random, the desertum, des, desertum. De- yeah. Anyway, that's the new one. This one's pretty tough. Super hot during the day, super cold during at night. But for now, we're just going to do this one. Sobrias. They've also come out with different moons. Concordia is the one that they had in the past, and it was just something that was, normal, I think. And I want to say these are like difficulties. I did play one time on Chaos, and oh my god, it was insane. It was like animals attacking like every other day. Uh, you know, Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Yeah, it was crazy. So I tell you what, just for now, we'll just start with Concordia. Game difficulty. You know what? We're gonna go with hard because that's how. Never mind. I don't want to. I don't want to get into those jokes yet. The seeds, if you're not familiar, you can put in whatever here. It just random maps. So let's go with one of my favorite bands, Pop Evil. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. And game rules are a new thing here. Now we've got a big family, so it increases the average number of survivors you can find by two. Mikasa is Sukasa. That means, my life is your life, and you do whatever you want. Check that out. I know my Spanish. Oh, crap. I mean it. Make yourself at home. That's what I meant. So we're going to put that on there because more people, teamwork makes the dream work, all that fun stuff. Peace first. No, we don't want to do that. The nice thing about here, the random survivors, is it kind of puts you in with just four people that are just totally random. But as a bonus, you get a railgun sniper. And I tell you what, like defense, like right off the bat, when you start out with nothing. You get like maybe one gun. So this one I like to do. It's challenging, but it's also kind of nice. Some amorfati. It's Latin, meaning whales. Or no, it means loved one's fate. That's correct. So you know what? Let's do it. Lost cause. I'm not worried about that. Overqualified. Not okay. So let's just do this one where everything's set and ready to go. Let's click into next. And anyway, thanks for hanging here today with me. I've got my vodka lemonade. Oh yeah, just enjoying the winter wonderland that we are in. And here we go. That's our little ship. You got four people in there. They're just like, oh my god, Tinkerbell, Tinkerbell, pull up, pull up. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a beautiful game. You know. So one of the things you want to start off right away is see who you have. Paulette, Samantha, very good. Dallas, very good. Vanessa, I don't think I've actually used her too much, but right now it's in chaos. And hopefully there's going to be a crash near them so you can see them fleeing because it's really funny watching them run away. So let's start off. What we do here is you normally see, I'm playing this on PC obviously. You can scavenge for mental. Paulette, if you see a question mark, they're idling, they're not doing anything. But one thing we want to find out first is food. Now I know here it's particular bush. If we observe those, it'll take a little while, but then you'll figure out what that is. One right here, you can zoom in, zoom out. You can also observe those as well. Now right here you see Dallas is going right into work. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm working. Samantha's still crying, you know. I mean, Friends has been over for a while. Samantha, get over it. Come on, what the hell? Over here, some squash-like plants. Let's go ahead and we're going to observe those as well. But right now, up in the left-hand corner, you've got your fast timer, your slow timer. Let's put it on pause right now. And over here, we're going to go down to manage. This is one of the first things I found out on this game that you want to do right away. You want to manage, and you want to go to their schedule. Right now, it gives you anything. They're allowed to do anything, whatever, relax, work, whatever. So I like to get them on a schedule because I'm very OCD when it comes to that. So we're going to say, hey, you guys all sleep here. We'll give you all that. But I want you guys to relax, but I want you to relax at different times during the day. I don't want you all relaxing at 9, So what I do is I just stagger them here. That's all I do. Cool, whatever. Okay, so we got that. So now we got them on a schedule. Activities. Now, over here you can do simple priorities. What they do is they can either handle, hunt, cut, and what it's going to do is it assigns each person to that. So right now, Paulette, she can't heal. And if you look over on the right, she's interested in it, but Vanessa is like amazing at it. So let's just let Vanessa do all the work. But what I like to do is you can kind of put them into a number category. And when that number goes, let's say Vanessa's really good at healing, well, let's bring her up to a 2, right? So, and you'll see that some of these are at zeros. Like Paulette doesn't know how to mine, but that doesn't mean she's not capable of it. She just needs to learn it, and then you'll see their levels go up, blah, 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 blah. Things like this and all that other fun stuff. So right now, we want to make sure that we get our smart people. We got Samantha, like I said, she's amazing. She's vegetarian, so it doesn't mean she's not going to eat any meat. So she will literally starve herself to death if there's no fruits or berries or anything that you have that is not vegetarian. So, I mean, kudos to you, Samantha, for that willpower. I mean, I couldn't do it, but I mean, that's good for you. Anyway, so we're going to kick her up to a 2 on that one. She's also research and observe are kind of the same thing. They kind of go quicker with a person that is, better off, intellect, things like that. Some people are better off at constructing if their physical skill is higher. Effective activities, they tell you over on the right, repairing, deconstructing, constructing, upgrading, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There was one game that I played where nobody had any constructing, like nothing. And it literally took me forever to build like a toilet for them. And I'm joking, the game doesn't have toilets, but it took forever just to build like a simple shed. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and we're going to build our first shelter. So if you go down here to camp, there's also ranching that's new, that was just updated. You can tame animals. It's pretty cool. I did it in my last playthrough, and I was indifferent on it. It took a lot to just keep like just some dudes, you'll see later on in the game, but it takes a lot of resources, takes a lot of time to feed them, to take care of them, things like that. And the outcome is just not really there for me. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with scrap metal. And we're going to give them just a basic shelter. We're going to be like, hey, look, we got you a little shelter. One of the cool things I learned on this too, if you just hit your middle button, you can rotate it. If you hold shift, you can create a same thing. But what I've learned is if you turn this way, you have a little area that you can just kind of go through. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another one here. We're going to turn that around. Do that. Beauty. Okay. So you're saying, well, Craig, why isn't it going? Why aren't they building? Because we have it on pause. That's, we're holding the time stone here. So again, what we want to do is we want to create sleeping spots. And it'll black out what we don't have. Like it'll tell you collect fabrics. Yes, we'll do that eventually. But for right now, let's get them some ground sleepage. And they do have temperamental issues. They do not like to be disturbed when they are sleeping. And you'll see here their happiness, fullness, rest, relaxation, If you're working them too hard, this will tank, and their happiness will tank, and then they're gonna go and they're gonna do what Samantha's right now. They're gonna cry. They're gonna go on a drinking binge, a food binge. They're gonna go out and literally like go in a rage attack. And like I literally saw like one of my dudes, first game I played, had a rage attack, broke down a chair, and literally punched the other three out, and then like rescued them in the same time and brought them to their bed. And it was like, hey, we're cool, sorry about that. I've been working a lot. I didn't mean to punch you in the face and knock you out. So anyway, you kind of have to be aware of that. And this is represented by these blue bars behind them. Like right now, you can see Samantha is tanking. She's upset that whoever crashed, and now they're stranded in Alien Dawn. Oh my god, that's the name of the game. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Anyway, so let's take a look at the surrounding area real quick. And I like to do this because being familiar with the game, you kind of know what you're looking for. Right here, if you go into these wide leaf plants, we've got one closer, and we're going to observe that. Trees, things like that, you really don't need to worry about right away unless you're playing the desert. And then in that case, you really want to make sure that you're you're observing those trees, because you're going to want to plant those right away, because there's not a lot of plants in the desert. I don't care what that one band says. There's not a lot of trees in the desert anyway. There's not a lot of wood in the desert. These dudes suck. They are like so tanky, and like my team got in a fight with them, and all they had were like little wooden spikes, and they got their butts handed to them. I was like, oh my gosh, they're birds, But then I remember that Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds, and like they're terrible. 2 plants, just kind of familiarize yourself with this. That's what I do. I know this is silicon. We're going to do a lot of that stuff there. But right now, let's go ahead and blade grass. That's going to observe that as well, because that will give us hay as well. Fallen logs, I'm not too worried about that. But right now, we've got everything kind of started, and this is what we're going to do. Storage is a very, very big thing. Stockpiles will carry all your construction stuff, like your lumber, your stone, basically anything that you put there right off the bat. If you want to copy this, what you can do is go to restrictions. Now, later in the game, I don't want them putting food outside. I'll have fridges, things like that. So you can turn off the cooked meals, the raw food, and they won't put those things there anymore. Like the apparel, weapons, I like to put those in cabinets. Like I said, very OCD, but that's just how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of this. For right now, we're just gonna put everything anywhere. It doesn't matter. And we're gonna go ahead and copy this. And what you can do is click it once, and then drag it. Click it again. There you go. And if you also look down here, you've got defenses. You've got science, which we definitely want a research desk, because we've got Samantha and Talus, who are freaking NASA engineers. And they're gonna start on some research, and once you see the research open up, then you're gonna be like building houses. You're gonna be building it's basically a way home. So anyway, let's go ahead and we're gonna speed things up here a little quick. Over here, it's gonna say, hey, we don't have 100 scrap metal to do all this. That's all right. Don't worry about it. It will come. Paulette, what are you doing? If they're kind of just lacking in stuff, if they're just sitting there with a question mark, you can left click on them and draft them, or you can actually just left click on them and then just right click on this, and it'll give observe whatever. But bear in mind that they're going to do that. They're not going to pay attention to your managed time schedule. Like this thing that we set up, they will literally work through until they're so tired they just go to bed. So right here, Talus, or Vanessa. Oh, she's scavenging. Talus, why are you just sitting around? So right now, we can go over here and we can just say, you know what? Okay, since Talus is idling, let's see. We're gonna have him scavenge over here. And we're gonna click on him, scavenge. Oh, now he's gonna construct it. Yeah, of course you are. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I didn't realize you were micromanaging me, man. Okay, hold on. I'll do my job. Gosh. If you zoom in. It's really cool. And what you'll see is when it turns purple, that means they've got material in there. It hasn't been built yet. So, with that being said, this stuff doesn't have the material yet, but Talus is going to go ahead and construct this. Now he's going to construct the wood pile and stockpile and everything else. Oh, and I think it's time for a quick refill on here. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, my friends, I'm back. Got a vodka lemonade in hand. Let this go for a little bit. You can see Samantha is observing the wide leaf, plant, whatever. But you'll also see over here is some scavenge, some fuel, some more, metal, low flute. You know what? If you got things around you, like these things, don't worry about it. You see, what they did was they've got no queued research, and the reason for that is because they made our research desk while I was away. Good for them. Well, I was getting my vodka lemonade. But they did discover a buttermelon. If you click on these, you can harvest these now, and you can also plant them. So you'll see right now we're in spring. It's 5 Celsius outdoors. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm not from England. I don't know this stuff. But then you'll also see over here they discovered some fruit bushes. So Samantha's in love. The nice thing about this, look at this, maybe even in winemaking. But again, you have to research that to figure out how to make it. You step on the grapes. We've all seen Lucy do it. Come on, it's not rocket science. It's not this stuff. Anyway, so you'll see they're transporting stuff from around here. The first aid kits are going to go ahead and put them out here, things like that. But what we can do now is everybody's kind of doing something. They're scavenging. Transporting, observing. But what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and if you look at Samantha, if you go into her here, underneath here, the traits, when she constructs devices or furniture, she has 3 times. But yeah, she refuses to eat meat. That's cool. But she's calm, calculative, and rational. So anyway, and here is kind of their lowdown of what they're good at, things like that. Paulette obviously has never handled a gun in her life. That's okay, because Samantha has. Neither has Vanessa. That's okay. She's really good at healing. So you kind of get, a mix of people. And the next playthrough, if this kind of catches on and stuff, and we have a lot of fun, I'm down for, doing another one, and we're gonna see if we can get these people home. Because out of the 5 times that I've played this game, 4 times I've gotten them home. One time was just a mitigated disaster. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just getting attacked left and right. And anyway, so we're gonna speed things up. We're gonna go in here, and what I wanted to look at here. Let's slow it down real quick just to kind of get into this. If you click on your research desk, let's research right here. It opens up the full grid. It's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? The ones that are, like, you can see, the ones that are grayed out, we can't do yet until you actually find and produce. And the funny thing is, what I'm doing here is I'm pointing on the screen. Like, you guys can see that. And I forget, I'm pointing with my fingers and not with my mouse. So, yeah, I gotta get used to that. Anyway. Normally on that, what I do right away is lightning rods, because there are thunderstorms and they will literally strike your dudes down, and it's hilarious when it happens. The first time it happened, I saw it and I couldn't stop laughing, because they were fine within a couple hours. They just get up and they go to bed, and I was just like, really, you just got struck by lightning? What the hell? Anyway, so we're gonna do that. That's in there, 3 hours max. Animal team, I'm not really worried about that yet. But what I want to do is construction basics. We've got a lot of wood around us, a lot of lumber. So I like to get them in houses, because you're going to find that they go down really quick if they don't have their own private beds. their own, rooms, things like that. It does affect them if they're working too hard. So you kind of really have to, I don't want to say micromanage because I hate people that micromanage. I could glare at a couple people, but I could also glare at myself because I kind of micromanage, the band that I'm in too. I'm like, hey, are you working on those songs? Are you doing your job? Are you doing that? And and that's why the guys hate me. But we get paid the big bucks. So I'm joking. We don't get paid anything at all. It's lucky if we even cash a check. We get paid in ham sandwiches and what did Clubber say? Our drummer. Oh my God, ham sandwiches and angry handy jays. I don't know. I never received one of those. I mean, and I've been married for 28 years now. So yeah. Anyway. So if you're playing this, like I said, I highly recommend this game. If you're into these games, it's so much fun because you get to build, you get to fight off, you get to build like your defenses, things like that. It's a lot of fun to play. And plus they have a cast of characters that are both whiny, bitchy, and just outright just awesome. So it's kind of fun to kind of say, hey, this is the team that I would like to be stranded with. And then, like, go the opposite and be like, oh, my God, this person's terrible. Let's see if we can, maybe work them out or whatever. So anyway, they're working along here. They've got stuff going on. Samantha is still working on this. I'm not too worried about that. Paulette, why Paulette? Why are you just sitting there? Honey, come on. Let's do some stuff. So if that happens, what happens is like Paulette is not set to scavenge. She's not set to research. So what you can do is you can bump her up and then get her to scavenging. And all of a sudden you'll see she's like, oh, I can go scavenge. Just because it's at a 0 or whatever, like I said before, doesn't mean that they can't do it, but they're just not inclined to do it. It's like work for me. I'm not inclined to do it, but I'll do it if there's a healthy check involved, or some ham sandwiches and angry handy jays. I whatever. So Talus is out here. He's observing the blade grass. This is gonna come in handy when we start building our house, and that's always a good thing too. You'll see these guys out here. Bloated insects. These things are so cool. They're gross and disgusting, but they're so cool. But one thing I'd recommend, like right away, is to find food sources, because winter comes and it's terrible. Now you look over here and holy crap, it's just wide open plain. I would love to have crashed over here. Frickin' Talus, if he would have just just smoothed it out just a little bit more, right here. Talus, right here. Look, boom, done like dinner. But then again, you wouldn't have all the natural resources, like all these trees that we have over here. So if you ever get lost, you're like, oh crap, I don't know where my people are. Oh, these are the buffaloes, by the way. These things are awesome. These are the scissor hands. Yeah, you see, and then they will reach like physical too. Like Vanessa, because she's transporting stuff. It increases, you work out at, whatever gym you work out at, Planet Fitness, whatever. Or if you're like me, you don't work out, that's fine too. But it increases their skill level. So right here you'll see down the bottom, and again, right over here, you'll see current levels 2, experience. Every time they do something trivial or whatever, it gives you experience. So blah, 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 blah. Yeah. These are glitter caps. These are awesome. They're really good, but they're really, really far out. But I digress. If you get far away and you're like, I just want to get back to my people, just double click. Oh, we were all the way over there. So, okay. So we've got this going on. We're good. Oh, shoot. That's right. They ate on. You see the negative. If you go over here to their, happiness, 8 on foot. That's her trouble. She was upset because she didn't have a table. Fine. Let's build you a table. We can't because we don't know. We haven't chopped down any wood. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do this. You'll see this. If you left click and drag, you'll get like all of this. And the nice thing about it is you can just cut. So now that's going to be the next person who is set to cut. And you'll see in here too, like it's 18 hours here. So if you go to manage and if you look at the schedule, 18, well, Vanessa's, I don't know, she's relaxing a little bit earlier. Oh, wait, no, it's 17 going to 18. Never mind. Okay, we're good. We just discovered something new. Smoke leaf. Yeah, I'm saying, baby. But this is kind of nice, too, because stick them in a pipe and you get a great mood booster. God, if that doesn't scream 420, I don't know what does. I mean, not that I condone nor condemn that. I mean, whatever makes you work or whatever helps you work. Anyway, again, you can harvest them. Now you can plant them and you can dry them, but you have to have a drying rack for it. So let's go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to cut down some stuff, and you can already see Samantha's cutting. Even though I really don't want Samantha cutting, I want her like doing this. So what we're going to have to do, well, here's blade grass. Yeah, here's hay. Your roofs, when you make your houses, going to be made of hay. That's just how it goes. Which is a really, really good song. If you ever have a chance, check it out. It's really, really good. It's H.A.Y. And it's like, it's really bassy and it's really good. So anyway, so you come here, you hang out with me. I'll teach you some good music, at least what I think anyway. So anyway, Samantha did cut down some trees, so now we can go into furniture. We're going to build a large table. That way they can get out and not eat on foot. And once you put a table down, it will give you one chair. So let's put that chair down. Here's another way you can do it too, is you can grab this chair and just copy it, hold shift, click, click, and click. Boom, done like dinner. So again, it's blue. They're still waiting to get the wood into that. But they don't have it yet, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. We're going to get there. Again, we need some stone, and we need some sticks so we can make a campfire. So they're not just, eating off their emergency rations. And I forgot, I'm playing this on hard now too. Oh crap! I don't think we have any emergency rations. So that's okay. No worries. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. We're gonna mine some of these rock chunks. And now that we know what the blade grass is, we're gonna go to this. Actually, no. Let's go to the bushes, because you get out of the bushes. You get, if you just select one here, output, you get wood. If you look at some of the other ones, the smaller ones, you get sticks. Right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of sticks. So let's do that. And now they're sleeping. Now, if you see this, let's see if it happens. Oh, Talus just walked straight across Samantha's face. Don't mind me. I'm just going to sleep. So now Paulette's still... Well, good for you, Paulette. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know if Employee of the Month is up here, but you're definitely going to get a gold star for that. Oh, now she's getting an emergency ration to eat. And those are the things, too, if you see under your food, we have 30 emergency rations. That's all we have to, to get us by. Now, I'm going to see here, I'm just going to speed up a little bit. She's eating on foot because there's a table, but there's no chairs. Why don't you build a chair, Paulette? You know what? That gold star is coming back. You're not going to get that. 8 on foot. See, -6. It goes down. It's not much. And when I first started playing this, I used to put them all in the same thing. I'd have like 4 sleeping, bunks here. And they were always getting agitated when somebody would come in and do this. So I started doing this, separating them. And it actually kind of works, because I haven't seen them get upset, like, disturbed sleep or whatever. Well, except the fact that Talus was like, walking over Samantha's face. And the sound effects, you can actually hear him snoring, things like that. I think I've actually got some of this turned off. I don't know. But there's also music in the game, but it's it's really repetitive and kind of, I don't know. It's not one of my things. I'll usually put on some lo-fi in the background and just jam out. So now you can see it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's just speed things up. Vanessa's going to get something to eat. Samantha's going to get something to eat. We'll see if we get some. Yeah, there we go. Disturbed sleep. Oh, and Talis is hungry. Oh, blame Samantha for the crash. Oh my gosh, drama is starting already. Samantha, go to work. Research that. Vanessa, you cut these things down. How dare you start drama out here? You're 4 survivors on an alien planet. Yeah, you see Paulette's sleeping. And she's getting disturbed sleep because Samantha's right here. You know, doing whatever she's doing. So now you see we researched T-boiling that we can actually put together because we harvested the smoke leaves. And now we researched lightning rods. So now you'll see like these little icons pop up down here. Let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is put a lightning rod. And it takes some scrap metal, but it protects it protects your people from like lightning strikes. And I swear, I mean, it happens. I'm just like, how the hell? But it happens. So anyway, we're not worried about that. And you'll also see now that we can't salvage this anymore because we've done 6 times on this. We can't do it anymore. So with that being said, if you look at the research, you can go down here to spaceship deconstruction, and you can go ahead and basically scavenge those things again. More and more and more and more. So, but since we're on construction basics, we're going to put wooden fortifications because sooner or later there are going to be some aliens and they're going to want to like jump our bones and eat us and stuff like that. So we don't want that. Right now, let's go ahead and we're going to harvest some of the watermelons. I'm not going to take all of it, like we're, wherever else that was. I couldn't remember. Yeah, over here. We're going to leave that until we get some more, storage area set up here. But now we should be able to plant all of these. We can't plant the smoke leaf yet because we haven't harvested them. So let's just say, hey, we're going to harvest these smoke leaves. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Talis is researching. That's fine. That's good. Vanessa's cutting. Like I said, you kind of have to micromanage them just a little bit. But if you have your managing activities like set up pretty well, they kind of go on their own. It's kind of nice. Another sip of the vodka. Lemonade. Oh, it's refreshing. That's refreshing. Reminds me of Eddie Murphy, like, lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink. All right. So we're doing okay here. Let's speed things up a little bit. Right now, I think I'm actually, I think I'm going to just kind of call it. Oh, you see, like, Talis is stressed out. But, now she's going to be, like, mad because she ate raw food. Well, I'm sorry, Paulette. I don't have anything for you. But let's go ahead and we're going to make a campfire. We're going to make it out of scrap metal. We're going to put it next to the table. I like to kind of keep all my stuff kind of close. Let's see if we can get... Yep. Oh, look at that. He's going to construct that campfire. Okay. I'm going to do the last thing here. And then I'm going to... and then I'll end this. So now Paulette's going to go... She's going to harvest some smoke leaf. Vanessa's sitting down. She's just, chilling out. Now you got a campfire. So now if you look at your recipes, you can create things. Right now we've got, emergency rations, but they're not cooked. They give you more of a happiness effect if they're cooked. But you know what? I don't care about that. I want to make some veggie soup. So here is where I messed up the first time. Because I was just like, every time I was like, oh, let's put 10 times. Let's do 10 times. I'll let whatever. But what happens is it's only going to make 10 of those. It's only going to make 5 of those. What we want to do is we want to make sure we have a stock of at least 5 in inventory up here at all times. Because if this gets down to 0, your people start getting pissed off and then you start getting like complaints, and it's not good to get a complaint. Let me tell you, I know, I feel it. And here is insufficient storage space. It's because these are all filling up really super quickly. So what we can do is we can go ahead and copy this. Again, we can just put it on the other side here. The stuff you have out in your outside area, it does have a shelf life. So it will let you know right here, right side, it's, you know, your rations are going to be 95%. Okay. This is 99%. They got a laser pistol. They've got 2 additional railgun snipers. Nice. But this is going to be one thing, like, you know, your food sitting out here is obviously going to go bad. Outside elements. So that's why you want to build a house. You want to make fridges, and that's what we're working toward. And that's what I'm kind of hoping you guys will join me in the next video when I put that up. But it's been a pleasure. Much love, my friends. And you guys take care. And I will definitely see you in the next show. Take care.